is July 15th, just to kind of give you some perspective. You can see the corn crop behind me here, and questions are starting to come up about what should I be thinking about for my fungicide applications. So as a little bit of background, I started doing this in 2009, and I would spend a lot of time walking through fields looking for lesions. And as we look at leaves, this time of year, a lot of the fields really are quite clean in terms of lesions that they have on the leaves. So it just seemed like that would be the case until you got deep into grain fill, and then either gray leaf spot or northern leaf blight, rust, a host of other things would just kind of light up a canopy. About the time it was probably too late to make a fungicide decision. Over time, that's kind of shaped my perspective as I think about fungicide timing. So first thing I'd like to address is scouting effective in determining timing for application? Yes, it can be. First thing that I want to know, obviously, is what's the stage of the crop. I personally like to have the tassels out and be moving in through pollination. You can pull these here just to get an idea on timing, see how many leaves we got to go. There's 2 leaves till the tassel's out, so then I know I'm probably going to be 4 to 6 days roughly till all my tassels are out. And then I'd like to probably be a week after that. So 10 days from now, approximately, I can have an idea that I'm going to be looking at timing. 10 days to 2 weeks, I'd just say, would be probably when I'd be thinking about doing that. The other part of scouting is looking at lesions, and that's where I think it's a little less effective. Just with my experience, again, the lesions didn't really show up until about past the time we want to make a decision. Opinion, most cases, the best timing for fungicide application is after we've gotten through pollination just a little ways. The exception to that would be, when I'm scouting, if I do see that there's lesions starting to show up early, then I'm going to move my my timetable up just a little bit in terms of when I do that application. Probably closer to when the tassels are coming out. Depending on severity, I'm going to make adjustments. If it's what I typically see, which is relatively clean plants through the till we get into grain fill a little bit, then I want to delay that application to I guess we call it brown silk. That's not technically a stage, but we want to get through pollination. These tassels will come out, the silks will be out, the fertilization will occur, and then those leaves or those silks start to desiccate a little bit and start to turn brown. That's actually the optimum timing, in my opinion. So let me summarize here. First of all, just on fungicide timing, I like to see us get through pollination, so to the point where those silks are starting to desiccate and turn that brownish color, which we often refer to as brown silk. I think that's oftentimes the most advantageous timing for fungicide. And another thing that I'll just comment on here that I haven't really mentioned before is how do we prioritize which fields to do? Many growers are at the point now where they just want to apply all of their acres. Otherwise, if we're trying to kind of prioritize, we look at cropping practice. Corn on corn, for example, is going to have more disease potential. And then we also look at hybrid susceptibility. Most all the seed companies are going to have ratings that that'll show how a hybrid responds or is susceptible to northern leaf blight, gray leaf spot, for example, and others as well. So you can take that information and start to prioritize. These are the fields that I plan on targeting. And again, this is where scouting can come in. Always keep an eye, and you can just try and get out and see if you're seeing any lesions show up that might alter your plans. But in summary, that's kind of what I like to look at as I evaluate fungicide timing, and we're coming up on it probably in the next 2 weeks. You'll see planes going here very soon, but I think a lot of it will start to come as we go through the next 10 days, 2 weeks. Thank you for taking time to listen to this. If you have further questions, feel free to reach out to your Asmus Farm Supply agronomist.